Okay, in this video what we're going to do is take a look at how to edit some of the different characteristics of LADs, and we're doing this in Visual Studio. Now if you look at the top, there's a lot of different tabs for different classes and different parts of the program, so depending on what element you're looking to edit, you might need to locate that particular tab. For example, the artwork mode is the deep zoom mode, where you can zoom into the images. For example, in there's an image info, and it's a animated box that you can click on in the artwork mode, and it shows you information about the image you're looking at. So if you wanted to change the color scheme for that, you would have to find it in the XAML here. There's also a lot of different elements in there, so you can look through and find all the different elements of that particular part of the program. Notice there's some gradients here. There's actually a lot of different stuff, so it might take a little while, but when you're looking, if you find something like this, see where it says background, if you click on it, if you notice in the properties window, it'll give you a little sort of a thumbnail where you can get an idea of what it is you're looking at. That looks to me like the bottom panel, and if you look here at the name, sure enough it is. If you wanted to change the color scheme for that, you could either change it here with the hex. The first two digits are actually for the opacity, in case any web designers out there are wondering what the extra two are for. So anyway, you can also go into brushes and click on the color here. That way you can do it more manually. You can also click this to add an image as a background instead. By selecting the image here, you could go in and add different sorts of background images and such, but we're not going to do that. So let's see. We actually just changed this to black. Now if we were to run the program, let's see what happened. And so we'll just choose a random image and go into the artwork mode. Now if you notice down here, this panel is now black, where it was previously a bluish purple color. And that's this parameter here, this background black. I'm just going to undo because we want to go back to what we had before. Looks like we might need one more. And there it is. Sometimes they move around, but that was the original color. You can see it here in the brushes section. You can do this for a lot of different things, but this is where you're going to try to edit the color schemes and the general interface side of things. If you want to connect to the code, if you notice the artwork mode window, XAML.cs is where the code associated with this XAML is. So if you just click on that tab, and you can go through the different code associated with it. It's helpful for buttons when you want to add their functionality. And we could try it with also various other parts. Keep in mind the surface window one is the main front page, but a lot of the elements on that may actually be editable in some of the other tabs and classes, like the filter box, for example. It'll appear on the main surface window one, but if you want to edit it, you're going to have to go into the the specific timeline filter timeline box XAML to do it. You could change the border. For example, border brush, this is that black border that you see right here. You can change that to any color. And its background. It's easiest to do in the property window, but if you want to do it here in the XAML, you can also. But the benefit is that whatever you click on, if you want to try to identify something, you'll get information over here, and this thumbnail is particularly useful. So just another example. Go into the background here, change that to, say, gray, and you can see right before your eyes it changes. If we were to go into the program again, that change is automatically going to be accepted. And you notice here we've got a gray color instead. So that's how you edit the look and characteristics in LADS.